is Lisa Jets, and I am so excited to be recording it. I'm so sorry I've not recorded in a little bit in a while, just because my phone has been having a lot of technical troubles lately, and like I can't screenshot, or I can screenshot now, hopefully, but I couldn't screenshot, I couldn't turn up my phone, like it couldn't power off, I don't know. Strange things happened during July the 4th and after, because that's when that started to happen. So that's why I had that video a little bit later. I wanted that video to be on July the 4th, but my phone. But we're here now. We're here. We're Gucci. And in a month, I'm going to go to university. So I will most likely make a university video after I come back. I probably won't be able to record much when I'm in university, just because but I'll definitely record afterward or during breaks, because I love making YouTube videos for you guys, and I just love making videos in general. So yeah, and it just lets me to kind of be creative in a different format. So but this is not a life update video. I will make a life update video later, but this is just more about a Naruto video about Harry Potter. And I will also make a Naruto video too, but I still haven't finished the whole show yet, or should put in anyway. And I'm gonna check out Boruto, because I don't know, I hear so many mixed reactions about it, so I just want to check it out and see what it is. But that will be in the future whenever I finish this, because I've been on the show for so freaking long, it's not even okay. But that's not that video, and that's not that video. I was just letting you guys know why I've been out for a little bit, and also just kind of letting you guys know what my other plans are for videos, and also just in general, letting you know I'm okay, we're here. But that's not necessarily this video. Well, that is this video. I literally talked a couple of minutes now. But the main part of this video is talking about Harry Potter, like I said before. And so, yeah. What am I going to be talking about in Harry Potter? So, because we talked about Luna, we talked about Harry, obviously Hermione, Ron. Now, I'm kind of talking more about the adults. The adults in Harry Potter, and kind of more of the side characters, but more the prominent side characters that you see. Sorry, my mom just came in. I'm back though. I got tons of clothes, so I also was organizing that today too, so. Anyway, but back to the main topic of today. Not me yammering out about the little stupid things. Anyway, not stupid, but little things. Anyway, but yeah, so I'm gonna be talking about Dumbledore. Oh my gosh, sorry. I'm also slightly fatigued today, even though I took a nap. No, I still am fatiguing, so bear with me, guys, bear with me. But yeah, so yeah, Dumbledore is such a character. And I mean, there's definitely very mixed reactions, because I've been watching a lot of Harry Potter videos because of this video. But also just in general, because I'm a Harry Potter head. I'm a Potterhead. And I've just seen a lot of mixed reactions on Dumbledore. A lot of people do like Dumbledore, but a couple people don't. And it's understandable. I mean, not every character is going to gel, but especially with Dumbledore, because he is so mysterious, and because we only really learned about his past a year ago with the new film, and kind of his motivations and who he is as a character. So I can understand why for some people, I personally like the character, but I can understand why for some people he might be mistrusting, because it's just what the heck are you talking about, But yeah, so it's just, he's definitely a character. He's definitely an icon, in my opinion. But I can understand with some of this discrepancy. And he's kind of, in a way, like Luna, where, not everyone's going to like her, but not everyone's going to hate her either. I personally really like Luna, but I can understand why for some people they might not understand her, So it's all about understanding the character and relating to it, I think, in my personal opinion. But the reason why I really like Dumbledore, and the reason why I wanted to make a video about him, is just, especially with the newest film about him, I think it's just super interesting to have a gay character. Even though I know there was like discrepancy, and oh my god, this character, especially in the recent like months, has been really up in the air in the Harry Potter world, and lots of opinions. But I do think like the core purpose of why he is and who he is what I really like about him. Like, you can say a lot of stuff about this character, and you can say like, oh, you can argue about, if having a gay character is a good idea or a bad idea, like that doesn't really like 100% matter to me. It more matters to me like it more matters to me like his character development and why he acts the way he acts. And to be fair, like, I think I understand for sure why he's so secretive about a lot of what he does, just because, I mean, especially in the film, what I understand is that he got cursed, essentially, and so for him, it's very hard to just be the person he wants to be and love the people he wants to love, because of that fear that that curse will bind him. And I think that's just really interesting to think about, because like everything we do, it's essentially all about fear. And if you think about it, it's really sad, but that's just how humans are. Humans essentially are very fearful creatures. Now, it is, and if we want to think about it psychological, because this is Lisa over here, like, fear is definitely a good factor to have, but it's not something to necessarily make your life go on. And what I mean by is like, yeah, I mean, everything, is some sort of fear, because, and why it's because we did it before and we knew we made a mistake, and so because of that we want to fix it. And especially because humans are so, because I've been watching a lot of Naruto, and I'm like slowly finishing it, which I'm so excited. Oh, and I will make a video about it sooner, whenever I finish it, because like, to make a proper video about Naruto, I really need to watch all of it to really understand this character and to understand everything that happens in the show, because it's such a big show and there's so many characters, and just so you can see, just so I can like explain like entirely who he is as a character, because it's not only one character he interacts with, it's not only himself, it's essentially everyone, and he wants to be Hokage. So like, to really get the scope of that, you need to watch all of it, and there's just so many plots and twists, and anyway. But back to Dumbledore, essentially, especially if we're talking about Naruto and kind of correlating that with with Dumbledore and Naruto is kind of talking about that, yes, life is pain. That is how we grow, that is how we learn. But what I'm noticing is that humans really can have compassion and love and nurture. It's just because because adults have experienced trauma themselves, they subconsciously give that to their children. Because kids in general are very, very sweet and are very pure. But because of how they were raised and because of what they see around them, they think it's good, but really it's not. Or not in all cases, but sometimes it's not good, and it affects them. So in a way, fear is not necessarily natural, it's more manufactured. And I think that's really interesting to think about, because especially we're talking about Dumbledore, for example, Dumbledore has this, and I was just kind of noticing this, just kind of thinking about it, like to see like how I can explain this character to someone who's never watched Harry Potter. I would say the reason why Dumbledore is so secret is not necessarily because he's a dumb character. No, he's very smart. I mean, obviously he's the head professor of a school. Like, you gotta be pretty smart to be in that position. But I think the experiences that he's experienced and the trauma that experiences him is really what shapes him as a character. And you can say that with any character and with any person, but especially him, and in the show, or not show, in the series that he's in, and the way he kind of communicates those feelings, it makes sense if you watch this film. And why, he doesn't really say much to Harry, and why he kind of keeps things to himself is because he's afraid to let people in, and he doesn't want Harry to know the whole truth, because he still, thinks of Harry Potter, or thought, especially in the earlier books, thought of him still as a child, and was trying. This is just my personal opinion. You guys can comment down below what you guys think about it, but this is just my opinion. So take it with a grain of salt, if you will. But you can just tell, like, he just sees Harry Potter kind of more as a child still. And he just feels like, because his love is literally the villain of his film, that, he can't really trust anyone. He has trust issues. Like, that's kind of what I noticed. And it's really sad, because, like, things could have been prevented so much more sooner if he just opened up. But I think that's the point of him being secret, is just showing how he got from point A, and how he got from point A to point B, essentially, And even though maybe some people would say, like, oh, that's really crappy storytelling, and maybe essentially it is, but I also think, like, there's a reason for why it's quote-unquote crappy, because that's just who his character is, His character is not your, like, oh, I'm in trouble, oh, now I'm good, like, with good characters, it usually takes time to really love them. Essentially speaking, like, some characters, especially the good ones, are going to be misunderstood, and I think that's the point, and maybe some people will be like, oh, that's stupid reasoning, but that's just my point of view. Like, it's really the best characters, even the good characters can be good at the start, but the more developed characters have something to struggle for and then strive for in the future. That's just kind of how I think about it. And I just think, and I should make a series and make videos on the newest Harry Potter films, because I think they're definitely very interesting, and very interesting to talk about, just to compare the two series. Because it's essentially kind of like how they did with Star Wars, where they had the past series and then how a person thinks, just so we can understand if our feelings about that character shines into what the author is trying to portray, And I mean, to be fair, like, a lot of these characters in this series in general was made in, like, the early 2000s. So, like, obviously not everything sums up, and, like, it was just a very different era, and, like, some things definitely aged well, but some things did not. So, just kind of taking that in perspective, and just trying not to be, like, super, if I can even say this on YouTube, not to be super politically correct about everything. because, you know, that was just a different era and that was a different time, and we shouldn't be criticizing everything that we see. So that's just what I think about it, and I just love Hagrid, and I think he really was a good role model and a good father figure for Harry, and I just think like his death is not in vain. So yeah. But yeah, that's what I would have to say about Dumbledore, and definitely comment down below what you guys think about him, because I know it's always interesting to see what you guys think. But yeah, that's what I think about him. I know this wasn't like a super long video like I usually do with some of these videos, but that was just some of my like main points that I wanted to talk about for this video. So I hope you like it, and I will definitely make more. And next video with the Harry Potter series, I will definitely make about Hagrid, because he's such a good character. I love him. I think everyone along the board loves Hagrid. If you don't, I don't know what's so wrong with you, but like, he is just really just, yeah, he's awesome. I love him. Anyway, but yeah, so see you guys soon. Bye.